Hello, 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 Super Metroid fans. How are we all doing on this fine morning, evening, day, depending on your time zone? Welcome to the next installment of the multi-category Randomizer 2022 tournament, our big summer tournament this year. I am McTimothy, and I am joined by my co-commentator, Polar Bear Bunny. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, McTimothy. How are you?
I am hyped.
Hyped, yeah. Well, we've got a pretty hype matchup here. We've got LomionJones versus tonytyoung, and our runners here tonight are 2-2, so they're fighting to the death. We've done the math, we've done the calculations, and you must be at least as good as 5-2 to have a chance at making it into the playoffs. So, taking 3 losses, you'll cut your chance of going to the playoffs here, but you'll still have some matches, so it's not all lost.
Stakes are still pretty high. Now, I saw Lomion practicing the early X-ray D-boosts before this started, so I wonder if we're gonna get to see that.
You know, I think every person who does the X-ray deboost is a crazy man, but you know.
I have to agree, but I still want to see someone attempt it.
Only one Kirby ship today. Very disappointed in tonytyoung over there.
Yeah, no buff Kirby. No custom sprites at all here.
Yeah, looking like we're going all natural. Which, you know, is fine. I don't think I could play with a different actual Samus shape, but I digress.
Never do myself. Doesn't stop me from making fun of other people who don't do it, though.
Still on week 5 here, McTimothy, as we pick up this reserve tank, which we have to pick up, otherwise the room to the right here will not activate and you'll be sad and won't be able to get your Morph Ball. What kind of settings are we looking at today, McTimothy?
Week 5 settings of the 7 Swiss weeks that we're doing. Week 5 settings are full area with major minor split for the items. It's going to be the first time in a while we haven't seen a boss rando. There is no boss shuffle this time. But we're back on area rando that we were off of for a little bit, so completely different from last week's settings if you're used to seeing that.
Yeah, indeed. Every boss will be in its own home. Our runners today, picking up power bombs. Of course, we will see if either of them go for the dreaded left blue Bryn portal. Pretty much the very first portal you see in almost every area seed, as long as we get power bombs. With supers too, it's much safer. Not as much of a chance of a soft lock, but still kind of dangerous to go through these big side hoppers and get back if you have to turn back around. But it looks like they're both at least going to check the minor.
First missile pack, not a huge deal, but needed to happen at some point.
One of each is always good. Ooh, Tony does take a hit, while Lomion is being extra careful. It's the crab hole! It's the worst entrance ever!
Oh, that's terrible.
See, this is why you don't check that.
I feel confident in saying that there is a very good chance they're never coming back here again.
Indeed. It's always the crab hole. Tony, that reserve tank, saving his life, having just that 10 energy in there still afforded him an extra hit that, you know, he wouldn't have been able to take if he didn't have that reserve tank. So, you know, we take the... never...
Well, never mind.
I will categorize that into deaths I have never seen before.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's about to farm up in here because every one of these pirates is gonna drop some health, but nope, I've never seen that happen.
Like, that's why it's funny, because it's just literally never happened to anyone. I don't know. Okay.
Not a huge time loss.
That's what you get for not using the Kirby ship. No. Yeah, it's like he knows he's gonna want to get those power bombs and the supers. He doesn't have to get the missiles to the left. He doesn't need to check the entrance again. Does have to pick up the reserve tank though. Meanwhile, Lomion did find another power bomb at Old Mother Brain and is checking 230.
Which isn't a major location, but, well, he found exactly what he was looking for, so props to that.
Indeed.
Did Tony just get the reserve?
He did. And what a minute. How is this activated?
That's not supposed to happen.
Is this like a... Who changed the rules? Somebody explain to me. Is it because he died?
Maybe?
Does it work like that? Huh. Well, I wonder, because like Area Rando, we're getting our first major at Screw Attack, which is... You don't see Screw Attack there a lot when you already have power bombs.
Yeah.
My guess is that since Area Rando does rolling saves, so like every time you take a save, it moves your save file down one, so that you have both save files basically. And like when you open the game and you come down on the ship, it basically writes a save file at the very beginning. So I wonder if that's why. Or I'm just haven't been around for the rule change.
Lomion taking a save here. Could be a refill or it could be a gauntlet check. Gauntlet is, of course, a major item.
Yeah, indeed. I think Gauntlet is a much better check in Area. Because even if it's just an E-Tank, a lot of times Area Rando will throw you right into Hell Runs and only make available exactly the right number of tanks. So making Gauntlet, even though it can't have a suit, making it much more valuable.
Yeah, for sure. Plus with Screw Attack, it's a pretty easy check to make.
It's so nice with Screw Attack.
Uh-huh. And it's... Wow. That's definitely worth grabbing. And just like that, LomionJones has bot wound access and a way to Zeb skip.
You speedrunners and how you think of Speed Booster as a way to Zeb skip. Doesn't even cross my mind. It is. It absolutely is. Not something I'm able to do, but, you know.
It's, at least the way I do it, it's a stutter 3. I think it has to be a stutter 3 or a 4 tap in the room before Mother Brain. So, yeah, it's not free by any means, but it is a possibility.
Lomion with that second missile and third power bomb pack up to actual Crystal Flash ammo now.
That's right, he's looking pretty good for miners for this early on.
I think Tony's going to check Gauntlet as well, which is very good for him.
Yes, he's going to be glad he did. Lomion, you got a Screw Attack. What you doing hammering into the pirates like that? There's an interesting transition. In as much as it's not filled with water, even though it looks like it is until you break the tube.
Tricky game.
So you can just jump right back up like it was nothing. And that's not what you wanted. Well, I mean, maybe he wants to see it, but certainly doesn't want to go that way.
Yeah, and there's still 2 more portals to the right of the ship that Lomion could access, but I think it's best, yeah, to go the way he's going, to clip through the tube here, and then there's like 5 portals in Red Brinstar, plus the major at Spazer location, which I really like. This is really smart, going and checking this first, because if it's a suit especially, and then you check those easy entrances, you'll actually be able to progress in them, even if they are Meridia or Norfair. See?
Speak of the devil. Gravity suit at Spazer. And he's already got bot room access, so if he does find East Meridia, he's technically good to go. And with vanilla bosses this week, no worries about running into Ridley.
I just want to go back to Crab Hole. Right, where are we? We made a circle. Very nice.
Didn't check the miner. I didn't get to see what was actually on the moat pedestal there.
That's an easy one to forget about.
And Upper Norfair.
Yeah,
well, technically it's still Brinstar, but that's the elevator room.
There's wreck ship access, which he could do.
I was gonna say, if I were him, I'd just go. Gravity suit means you can get through there. And Vanilla Fantoon means wreck ship is definitely a possibility. But absolutely nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I have business center to check, let's go this way. Because there's some pretty easy checks down here to make.
Yeah, absolutely can easily stock up on some more ammo and should be able to get Ice Beam item, at least look at it just fine with 2 tanks. 3 tanks. What is kind of funny is, like, the wreck ship is, like, right there, and it is a boss you have to kill, but a lot of runners just, we don't want to be stuck having to clear the wreck ship. It takes so much time.
It's true. It's such a risky play. Every so often, though, it can be very powerful to do, especially if Various Suit ends up being there. And I'm thinking with Speed Booster, they're not going to be locked out of the wreck ship reserve, which is another major location. That's usually a concern about doing early wrecked ship.
Yeah, indeed. Lomion does have options, though. That Speed Booster puts even Crocomire into logic with his tank count, and even the Speed Booster location. How did he... he just clipped through that gate. Because gates are enemies. Something like that. Amazing tech. Tony's actually going to show us the corkscrew room. He went through the moat and picked up a super missile on there.
So what do we got here? It is single chamber, which is Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, with the way Lomion's coming through, that's probably not a transition we're going to see our runners end up using very much at all. Just the way that Lomion came in and then with Speed Booster, it seems a little bit nicer.
No need to go through this cathedral nonsense. Frog Speedway is open.
Tony doing this nice gravity jump. It's a little bit tight, but once you get it, you get it. Not bad at all. No high jump boots needed.
So, Lomion off to a bit of an early lead insofar as he's seen more stuff. Still have no bosses down for anybody, though.
Yeah, not yet. Lomion, gonna check out this Crocomire transition. Gonna take the refill. Tony also sees the back of the wreck ship and also does not want it yet.
It does make sense. Whether they go for it or not, the wreck ship play, I understand either way. Lomion showing us warehouse at Crocomire's entrance.
Always a good one to find. And 2 major items here, and also one of 3 one-ways, dead ends, if you choose. Nice to get those out of the way and be able to eliminate them, rather than having to go the entire seed looking for this one.
I think we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Area rando looking for Kraid's lair. At least it's not at, like, the other side of Lower Norfair or anything like that.
That's where it always seems to be. That or Turian, when you're looking for either one. Nice backup on the quick kill.
Yeah. That was a close one, but got it. And Spring Ball. Spring Ball. What does that open up?
Well, it is a worst room in the game item, if he does find Varia. But with gravity, there's not a whole lot of use for Spring Ball. But, you know, it can help you get up things if you have trouble getting up things.
And just a missile at this minor location for Lomion, as Tony makes his way out of ice.
Alright, what's next, Tony? Are you gonna follow Lomion, or are you gonna go to the spicy wreck ship?
And Vanilla E-Tank at the Kraid E-Tank location.
Alright. 5 tanks we're working with, so pretty much all the hell runs are perfectly in logic. Of course, Lower Norfair hell runs are never in logic without Varia, so...
Yeah, I'm thinking Varia's in Bubble Mountain now.
That's where Tony's headed. Let's see what he is going to prioritize. Whether looks like he's going to prioritize the items.
Now, without high jump boots, Tony's going to have to either do a really, really tight right side wall jump or jump from the save room to get up Bubble Mountain. Which is kind of a pain and takes a bit, but not that big of a deal. And yes, wisely turning off the speed booster to try to attempt it, because speed booster will make you jump lower.
Yeah, I really hate having to do this as well, but it is kind of convenient in a way because I think you kind of do want to take the save here when you don't have Varia suit.
And both runners heading into Bat Cave at the same time.
Make sure you turn on your speed for speed.
Yeah, with your health ticking down like that, you want to hit that 88 miles per hour as quick as you can. And just a reserve.
Gross.
Alright, Varia wave then.
I don't know. I think it might be. I think we're gonna see like a Hydra boots and then X-rays could be in logic. for Varia X-ray. That's my guess.
Alright. Those are the only two possibilities, though, so we'll see which one of us is right.
Yep, that's all that is possible. We have seen the whole rest of the game, we know. Just kidding. It is funny how they both chose to do this when most assuredly there's a Meridia portal somewhere around here, and also with that wreck ship just sitting there. Like, this is what they chose to do.
Yeah, this is probably the fastest checks they could make, even with that in mind. But the seed is certainly not pointing them that way. Look at that!
How'd you know? Oh,
I just had a feeling.
nice D-boost with Screw Attack on from Tony there. Very
Yeah,
well
saw
done.
that.
And yeah, see, I would be so far from here right now. Kind of unfortunate for Tony, like, now he has to jump back over to wave to get his area suit. I guess I'm not really sure what the strategy or the thought
because he
process
didn't have as many.
is.
Right,
Yeah.
he's missing an E-tank, but now he's got enough, so...
Gravity makes that room so much better. So much better. Right, yeah, Lomion's gonna have to do a spring ball wall jump here to get up here. Putting that spring ball to use, the useless spring ball, getting use.
Of course, Lomion is not aware that he doesn't need this item.
Now it's easy peasy, doesn't have to refill anymore to check it. It's a happy boy.
I'm gonna guess he'll pick that super up on the way back?
Yeah. Good chance he'd roll into it.
And Tony's about to pick up his Varia. Now, both runners are gonna know that, like, there's no way the other one missed this. Or maybe they don't know, but they're gonna have a feeling that, like, this was an easy find. Gravity was free, and Varia was not very well hidden.
You do always assume your opponent is doing the best correct things.
Mm-hmm.
I will disagree with you, though, because I would not have this various suits. That's for sure.
Neither would I. As I said before, I'd probably just, oh, wreck ship, let's go.
Yeah, I'd be sad in the wreck ship right now. Probably getting the 3rd and 4th reserve digs. Now, there are good things that can be in the wreck ship and Meridia still. High jump boots would be pretty nice. Ice beam, charge beam, but it's slimming down.
Yeah, list of things they'd actually want after they get the suits. Especially suits and speed. So really, what do they want? Charge beam.
Yep.
Everything else is like, if it's on the way.
Pretty much. Like, once you're set for the whole seed, Lomion showing us that there's are bomb blocks down there. Very, very seldom seen tech. Actually, I can't remember if they're actual bomb blocks or if they're shot blocks. I think they're bomb blocks.
For some reason, none of the pillars come crashing down when their foundation is destroyed.
It's amazing, really.
Yeah. Fancy Zebzian architecture.
Game just blows my mind sometimes. I actually learned about those blocks from Crocomire. He saw the room and smile and sent me a screenshot of it.
I think I learned about it on the wiki.
Mickey's a good place.
Yeah, it's a useful spot to go. Sometimes.
So chronic. Oh, vanilla charge. We're in gold.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It is pure execution from here on in. Funny that both runners are going exactly the same way.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
they
much.
they had so many options, and oh, maybe not.
Ooh.
Yes, Lomion, you still want those. Bombs are still good.
Oh, yeah. With both suits, we're probably not going to see a croc.
No. No.
Yeah. As long as Tony comes down here to Waterway and gets these bombs, he'll be in go mode as well. He's not technically. Well, we don't know where the back of Lower Norfair is yet, but if it happens to be a dead end, then Tony wouldn't be in go mode until he had a worst room in the game item. He might be skipping Waterway. Honestly, Waterway is kind of long. I would say it's comparable to this check, though, when you have Gravity Suit. Ooh, space jump.
Space jump.
The best jump.
That is going to be Tony's worst room in the game. So
Yep.
we have a true go mode now.
If Spring Ball wasn't obsoleted before, it is now.
That is why Spring Ball sucks.
Tell him, Timothy. Tell him.
It's an item. It's an item that can be obsoleted. Like.
What's Lomion?
What? What is this?
This is Crocomire.
I see.
This is a choice. The E-Tank item is not horribly slow. Like, he could check it and then just bail, because the door is open in Area Rando. I would like it better if he had, like, the super fast charge plasma kill, but it wasn't that slow. Let's grapple.
With Space Jump, though?
Grapple has one use left.
Yeah, but they're already in go mode, so we're not gonna see Shaq.
No, another use. It's a Dragon kill item.
I don't even ever really consider that. They have speed boosters. They already have the optimal way to do it.
Just barely hitting the door before it opened all the way for him. Yeah, grapple is the second fastest way to kill Dragon. Generally, as long as she doesn't swoop the heck out of you over and over again. But, so, you know, if he took the time to do Croc, he might as well pick it up.
Checking all these majors, too, I'm gonna say they're probably looking for a beam. Because otherwise they're good to go.
Yeah, indeed. A little light on ammo so far, and your charge beam does not do a whole lot of damage, so not a bad idea. A lot of easy, quick ones here in Brinstar, but mostly just tanks and other just kind of luxury items, I guess.
Like, look at all those pink squares. They have enough tanks.
No, those are map tiles, Timothy.
I'm looking at the wrong side.
That's immediately what I thought of when you said pink squares. I was like, what? I get it, though. I get it. I figured it out. Alright, Tony found the top of Red Tower up here at the top of Green Brinstar. Lots of elevator riding we're doing.
Yeah, that happens way too often for my liking. The Green Brinstar elevator leads to the Red Brinstar elevator, and you're like, oh good. let me just sit here.
The thigh bone is connected to the leg bone. So we found the best Dragon access. This aqueduct entrance here. Lomion. Oh no, stuff's happening. I'm worried.
Uh-oh. Okay, he's still playing.
Hopefully he's just having a think, and the little glitch there was kind of unrelated. But yeah, Tony finding the aqueduct here. The thing that stinks about this is now you have a choice to make of whether or not you go and check the back entrance of East Meridia. And if you do check it, what it ends up being, if it is like Turian, then you feel really bad because you have to backtrack a lot.
I'm thinking Tony still needs to find Kraid too. And he's already left Norfair.
That's true. He probably has no choice but to check it. Knowing that, Lomion could gamble on not checking it. See, Tony, without that grapple, is farming up. If he had grapple, he wouldn't have to farm.
Meh. Low percent strats. You got a charge beam, pseudo screwer.
That does come in handy sometimes.
G-spot wound.
I do like the strategy of, if you're low on supers, using missiles first instead of saving them for the end of Bachun, because he's just so much harder to hit with missiles when he's going all fast. He's hard to hit anyway, so... Go, charge beam, go!
God, this would be just so frustrating.
He's getting some hits in there, though.
He's hitting the stupid thing, but like... Scratch damage. Okay. Tony getting ready to do the sparks. And, oh, missed the opener.
No.
Dang it. So you switch to the low percent one, just hammer with missiles. And then pseudo screw at the end.
Maybe Tony he had 21 supers coming into the fight, and she only takes 20. Could just straight ammo kill. It can be tricky to do the shine sparks without hydrant boots for some of us out here.
Yeah, it certainly feels different. Much easier to accidentally hit one of those goops and have her just fly straight up and take no damage.
Yeah. It's definitely, like, easier in the opener, but once you miss your opportunity for the opener, you're just... She should be dead now, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And going for Spike Suit, not quite. It is a double frame perfect trick after all. Space jump means it's no big deal to miss it, though. And another E-Tank.
I mean, to be fair, there's not a whole lot left to find. Could just be 4 beams in the wreck ship.
Yeah, I was expecting a beam at this point. Like, we haven't seen anything besides, well, charge is the most important one, but that's all we've seen.
Lomion is just gonna start with ammo. He's not even going to attempt an opening Shine Spark here. Hoping for that goop. Looks like he's getting the goop. Very nice. Go. See, that's why he picked it up.
It took him 7 seconds to do it.
He could have just sparked. Farm. Yeah,
he could have just sparked.
Tony showed us how easy sparking is. Come on, Timothy.
Ugh. I don't like picking up grapple with space jump and both suits already. If I see a grapple beam, it's sitting there. I'm not grabbing it.
Well, enjoy your farming, Timothy.
I have a charge beam in this hypothetical situation I've made up in my head.
You have a charge beam and 8 E-tanks, so you can pseudo-screw to your heart's content. Alright, Tony is going to show us the back entrance. Plasma Spark?
Not without high jump. Not without high jump.
I love to see the haphazard attempt.
Lomion skipping the check, as you predicted he might.
Still quite a bit out there as far as entrances. Of course, Turian is still out there. The back of Lower Fair. The front of Rick's ship is still out there as well. We haven't seen, like, the middle part, the door by X-Ray in Red Tower either. I don't think.
I don't have it marked off, so I don't think we have, but I haven't been marking off absolutely everything, so.
Oh, and then also, like, all of the boring Meridia entrances. Forgot about those, because they're boring.
They are,
like
there's so many.
One.
Like this one.
Here it is! Woo! I didn't even see it if we saw the item at Sandpit. I missed it. Is he? Oh my gosh. Lomion is gonna check it too.
Unless he's going for plasma.
Plasma Spark?
Wouldn't recommend, but it is a major location.
Well, he did Crocs, might as well.
Oh, that's just it. He already did Croc, and he's in go mode. It's just so many checks that I would, like, eventually just not want to take myself, but...
He just really wants that beam.
Mm-hmm.
Which he has been cognizant of, like, skipping ammo items to kind of leverage this play over picking up miners. Tony did find the back of Lower Norfair, and I think, especially if this plasma is like nothing, that, yeah, like that, like that E-tank.
Oh my god.
It's gonna give Tony quite a bit of an edge. I don't know that I would say he's in the lead yet. He does still have Kraid, but, and he still has to find it. But Kraid doesn't take very long once you're there.
High jump boots at Fire Fleas. That's handy.
Yeah.
Just before the Ridley fight, too. That's really handy.
Oh, yeah.
High jump's a funny one. It's one of those items that you first start doing these randomizers, or maybe first start speedrunning this game, or whatever, and you think it's obsoleted by space jump, and eventually learn no, one of them is way more valuable than the other, and it's not the one you would think.
I think in Randomizer, space jump is more valuable, but that being said, high jump does make space jump better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good point from Derp in chat. Tony is going to have to farm a lot for any kind of successful Ridley fight here. And it's not a grapple. I can't believe I'm defending grapple here. I hate grapple. And here I am.
Certainly would have expected to see a beam of any kind by now. Ooh, 2 lucky supers there for Tony.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I mean, at least 2 beams are like in the wreck ship for sure, right? Right?
think so. The heck else have we got left? GT?
There's stuff, yeah, like
Shaq.
GT Ridley, Shaq Tool, X-Ray. There's some stuff. I don't think Lomion went for Mama Turtle at all. That's also out there.
That is true. I forgot about that one.
That would have been a fairly easy one for Lomion to check, just a couple door transitions, but I think probably better than Plasma, but
Oof, this farm is painful to watch, but like, charge beam or no, you really do want 30 supers if you can get that high.
Yep, indeed.
Each bug has about a 1 in 4 chance at dropping a super. And so even if you're at 29, it's usually worth it to wait for that last one to show up. Just because of how much more damage they do to Ridley.
Yep, exactly. Double damage, so 600 a pop, rather than your standard 300. Gotta have them. Gotta have all the supers.
By contrast, the charge beam does 60. So it takes 10 charged shots to get to the damage of 1 super missile. And you can fire 3 supers in the amount of time it takes you to charge 1 shot.
The agony.
So it's just... ugh, it's the slowest fight ever.
Does get all 30. Lomion's actually going to check this miner. If he could score a super here, it's just a missile. If he scored a super there, it'd be much better time-wise than farming, honestly, but... because Lomion doesn't even have enough projectile ammo to finish Ridley. He would need 30 missiles to make up for his missing supers. So he'll have a choice to lay some power bombs or do some of those nice 60 damage charge shots.
He does have, yeah, enough power bombs too. There's X-ray. Without plasma, it's not really worth picking up.
Goodbye, X-ray.
Especially with 2 of the bosses that you would microwave being down already. And here's where I have to admit, grapple really does come in handy here.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful for Lomion that he understands how to use power bombs appropriately against Ridley. I definitely prefer using them early rather than late in the fight when Ridley's mad.
Yeah, I agree.
You won't like him when he's angry.
He turns green.
It's true. I've seen it. Nice speedball from Tony there.
Yeah. Always a fun little strat.
So I'm bad at math, but a power bomb will do 200 damage twice, possibly. So up to 400 damage per power bomb. And he needs to make up some amount of health. So we'll need to lay, like...
Assuming he doesn't miss a single missile or super, it's actually only 2 power bombs that he needs.
Oh.
But the chances of not missing a single thing is...
yeah. Lay a few extra to be more comfortable.
They do take a while, though, just because they introduce so much slowdown.
Tony is taking this reverse acid dive. So we know the front of Lower North Fair takes him back to Criteria. He knows that too. Can't say whether or not he remembers that, but he knows. He saw it.
Unless he's checking GT for a beam?
I don't know. I don't know how desperate you have to be to check golden trees of an area rando, to be honest. Like, unless you need a suit. But other than that, I just think, I don't know. I never check it.
He's still checking miners, probably afraid of Mother Brain, really, because, like... Ugh.
Yeah.
300 charge shots is... Oh, he's not checking GT, he's just checking the transit. Okay. And by checking, I mean using it, because he already knows where it goes.
There's like 0% chance. I mean, there's a chance that he just seamlessly avoided every single check that has a beam. But we've seen some checks from Lomion that Tony has skipped, so odds are very good he'll find at least one beam somewhere.
Where did these transitions go?
Oh, he's resetting. He wants to go back to where he came from, I guess. Like, he had... So that other right side, I believe that was, like, above the Meridia tube, which would take him to Red Bryn, which has all sorts of stuff. It would easily connect him back to, like, where the wrecked ship is, which is where he needs to go. He also needs to find Kraid. So I think he should have continued there. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He had to have just forgotten where that takes him. Because there's just no reason to check it just to reset. I don't know. Like, I guess I feel like even if I made a mistake and should have known where this led, if I took the time to take it, I'm gonna try to capitalize on what I did. Try to get as much worth out of the mistake I made as possible.
I must agree with that one. Like, just roll with it and see what you can come up with. It can't possibly be slower than... Well, it can, but...
Because now, so Tony is going to check this main street, and this main street could just be Turian. I don't think we know what this is yet.
No, we haven't seen Turian yet. And no, I don't think we've seen Main Street either. So, yeah. Lomion knows where wrecked ship is. He needs to find Turian. But he knows where wrecked ship is. And he's probably got a feeling the beams are there, so he might check, like, wrecked ship E-Tank and almost certainly right side supers.
Yeah.
And then he's just going to start searching for Turian and be done.
And the odds are extremely good that Turian is just on the other side of the wrecked ship. So it's like a straight path to victory. It's not, though. Wait, yes it is. So here's that red tower. So I think that's the only other one we're missing. So I think wrecked ship is for sure. The front of wrecked ship is for sure Turian. So Lomion has an excellent path to victory, provided there's a beam in the wrecked ship, which I think there can't not be at this point.
The odds would be... I haven't been counting how many E-Tanks they've found, because who does that? But I'm going to say, yeah, there has to be.
Yeah. Like, what's out there left? There's X-Ray GT, Shock Tool, and then the 4 items. I think there's only 3 items other than the wrecked ship that we haven't seen. So, has to be at least one beam in the wrecked ship. Which beam will it be?
I'm gonna say, if there's no beam here at X-Ray and then Lomion decides to just go to wrecked ship, then the beam that he finds will be Spacer.
True. Oh!
But
It's
we got a plasma beam instead.
That's excellent. Lomion doesn't really need to look anymore. I would say it could go either way. You could check like the right super in the wrecked ship. It's pretty fast. To maybe snag the ice or wave.
I was gonna say ice would be ideal now.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen a grapple location either, so that would be a 4th. So it was possible. Well, it still is actually. It's possible that there is no beam in the wrecked ship.
Possible. I'd be very, very surprised.
That would be hilarious.
It'd be more hilarious if one of these runners actually like went there and full cleared it and there are no beams.
I would die laughing forever. I did miss what was that sand pit, but I imagine Lomion did check it, and it was probably a tank. Yes, he has found crit. Our awesome tracker, definitely want to shout them out. Incompetent perfectionist, thank you so much for doing the tracking for us tonight. We don't know where we'd be without you. Lomion trying to Kago Matago.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah! Nicely done. Can we go for 2? Nice.
So if you've recently joined, or just joining now, this is our big summer tournament for Super Metroid. This is the multi-category randomizer tournament. Watching LomionJones versus tonytyoung. Both runners 2-2 so far. This is the 5th matchup of the tournament for each of them. And the stakes are pretty high, because this is... We're doing 7 rounds of Swiss-style play, and then we're tallying up the points, and the top 16 get to go to the playoffs. And statistically speaking, anybody who loses more than twice is very unlikely to make the playoffs. So this one's for all the marbles. Loser is probably not going to win this tournament.
Use the charge beam, Tony. Based Kraid. Very buff Kraid tummy right there. No grapple can help us with that one. Let's use the spring ball. He cannot believe it.
Yeah, skipping out on that one.
Lomion also into the Phantoon fight with 0 supers. It's always pretty funny watching these guys super low on ammo pretty much this whole time. Gets a super drop there, gets 2 super drops actually. So that'll help him finish off the fight, but just really kind of funny because it takes several supers to get to Phantoon, especially if you come in the front. That you kind of have to be thinking ahead about.
Doing a decent job with the Dopplers. This should be the last... Ooh, that was gonna be the last round.
Heck, Phantoon.
Slow punish.
Should have picked up X-Ray.
And open, and oh no. Oh well. Fast reappear.
Had the mulligan on tap. Oh, some nice supers for Tony. That will help him out a bit.
He's not picking it up because he wants more super capacity. He's picking it up just because it gives him 5.
Just in case you missed that gate a few times. Alright, if my math is correct, it is for sure Turian on the other side of the wrecked ship here.
I believe so.
Tony coming in hot, but just at a major disadvantage without a beam. Like,
I'd say he'd have to get the world's fastest Phantoon fight, and then check right side supers, which would have to be Ice Beam, to speed up the Metroid rooms. I don't see him coming back, really.
So I've had a kind of similar situation run in a tournament before, in League actually, and when I got done with the Zebs, I had like, I think it was like 26 supers left and some missiles, and then only charge beam. And the fight took forever. It's gonna be like a 5-6 minute long fight for Tony with this ammo. Like it is so long. So I might even have had like 36 after that supers, and it still was just forever. More supers there is really good. 40 is a lot better number. Tony, pretty sure, can get the speed sub skips and won't have to use the ammo on the subs, but Lomion, already into Turian, powerbombing the Metroids.
One of them being stubborn and not getting hit. But he's got power bombs to spare, so no shameful exit Turian refill power bombs come back. Which in area rando is pretty easy. You just go up the elevator and then back down again.
Yeah, in area rando, I don't think you have to worry nearly as much. I think, like, if you have 10, I think it's good to just do room 1 and then leave and come back again. And then you'll be able to do the last 3 rooms, because if you kill all of the Metroids in a room, they stay dead forever. So if you like left a Metroid alive and then left the room and came back, all the Metroids would be back. But not if you kill all of them.
Strange programming choice, but that's the cards we were dealt.
Yeah, Tony was just fighting with like pretty incredible odds that these runners literally did not run into another beam. All the places that they checked until Lomion found Plasma X-ray. So I don't think it was a wrong call or a right call really to check X-ray versus not check it. Tony did still have Kraid as Fantoon here as this right side super for a quick check. Just the odds were pretty low that he wouldn't find something.
Yeah, I don't think he made a bad call at any point. It's just, that's rando. Sometimes it's just luck.
Yep.
And sometimes it's taking an accidental death to the pirates in pit room 2 minutes into the game.
Too soon, Timothy, too soon. Wow, so the right side super is a reserve tank. Amazing. Incredible game. So if those other 3 beams are here, they are hiding deep.
Lomion taking a save here before Mother Brain. Makes sense.
Tony is going to check this ocean and is going to get another super here. Pretty sure Lomion did as well. So up to 50, which is a lot better. So he'll have like more than 45 supers going into the Mother Brain fight.
No Ice Beam at Mother Brain 1 means killing the Rinkas to get them off screen doesn't actually make them go away for long enough to make it worth it.
Yep.
So you just gotta deal with the red Cheerios of doom advancing on you the whole time.
The Bullios. Alright, Lomion's beam combo will be a 40-shot fight. It's not too bad, but also not great. Doing a good job dodging those onion rings, though.
Fight's gonna take twice as long as a KPDR standard Mother Brain fight, but still not as long as a PRKD one.
Tony had a really excellent Metroid Room 1 there. He was able to lay the power bomb at the right time as Rinka's were spawning. Because for some reason that means that if the power bomb's hitting those Rinkas, it's also hitting all of the Metroids in the room, even if he's not near them. I don't really know how it works exactly, but people who know how it works seem to do it so well like that. See, it just makes the Metroids want to be with you and want to die. Very nicely done. That's some tech that you just have to play with. Take my word on it.
I will. And as we've seen a million times before, giant baby saves the day.
There, go baby, go. Our friend in the chat, Zeb, doing the math for us, saying that even if Tony goes in, with full ammo to Mother Brain 2, it'd still be a 75-shot fight on top of his ammo. So, quite a bit longer than Lomion's fight.
Yeah.
Was.
That's assuming no misses.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be able to get through it, but man, what a slog. So any guesses where we're gonna see in the credits where the beams actually were?
I want to see them all at those 3 locations we haven't seen. That's what I want. None in the wreck ship.
So,
Wreck ship.
Shack Tool, Grapple,
Screw attack.
Screw Attack, that was the other one.
I think that's it, yeah. 2 reserves and 2 E-tanks in the wreck ship today. We've seen 1 reserve there. Right, Lomion has taken down the Mother Brain and has to escape the planet immediately.
Oh, he's only got 3 minutes? I don't know if he can do it.
I don't know if this game knows the definition of immediately.
Is he gonna make it?
I don't know. It's pretty tricky. Got all these pirates.
I make my joke while Tony pulls off a perfect speed Zeb skip. Well done there.
Getting all up in Mother Brain's face. Definitely helps when the Rinkas are out there bullying you.
It's if you're gonna get up close and personal with Mother Brain 1, it's hard to get anywhere other than her face.
Pretty much is just a face. You could do that cool thing. Is that called Brain Buster? When you use your X-ray to get behind her tank? I don't know.
Is there any point to doing that?
I don't think so. Being cool. Coolness is the point.
Alright. Well, sometimes you just gotta go for swag.
Alright.
Looks like Lomion's gonna board the Kirby ship
Kirby.
with an official racetime.gg time of... Oh, I lost it. It was here a second ago.
1 hour, 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Thank you.
Teamwork. GG to the LomionJones. GG Kirby. I mean, we knew the winner of this race from the very beginning.
Yeah, that
You
Kirby ship.
forgot.
Too powerful.
Tony in chat saying he forgot to load the Kirby ship. Honestly, Tony, what you should have done, I'm talking to Tony as he's in the chat room right now, because we are on 10-minute delay, so Tony is done racing. He's not chatting while racing. When you took that death, you should have just reloaded the ROM with the Kirby ship. That was the power play right there. Thank you, Lomion. Appreciate it.
Now, Lomion's already seen these credits, but I haven't yet, so let's confirm where the heck those beams were.
Yeah,
Well, Tony pulls off a rather impressive Mother Brain fight.
Yeah. Already in the catch-up phase. That actually wasn't too bad. That was very well done, because he saved these 15 supers so that he can just fire those off once the catch-ups start, and then he knows he's done charging. Yeah, that seemed really far. Are you sure that was 75 shots up? You're sure? Maybe I was just too busy meeting with the permission.
Trying to do Mother Brain with, like, just charge and nothing else is so stressful. Even with all that extra health, it's like, there's only so many mistakes you can make, so... Tony letting us know it felt longer than it looked, and, like, I believe you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Been there, don't want to be there ever again.
Low percent, not even once? What are you talking about? Low percent's amazing. It's stressful as heck, but it's fun.
I love how it says he spent 6 seconds in Crocomire. That was more than 6 seconds. Lomion. The timers on these things, you never know what's actually accurate and what's not. Ice beam at gravity, oh!
Wave beam at spring ball, though. We weren't gonna see that. Spazer at wreck ship reserve.
So 2 beams in the wreck ship at the worst spots.
At the worst possible spots.
But they were there. Imagine if one of these runners had done wreck ship early and gotten that spicy Spazer ice combo. Where we would be. This would be a whole different story.
But they decided to do Norfair.
Norfair. Gross.
Right? With a gravity suit and an open wreck ship. Tisk tisk.
Yeah.
See, I'm on comms, so I can sit back here and say, I would have done this. It would have been so much easier if I had done it. That's what we do, right?
That's right. I can confidently say I would not have done Bubble Mountain there, but that's neither here nor there.
So let's see if Lomion's gonna come in and say hi.
I was just gonna ask them in the race room. Tony, can you make it out alive?
Let's see.
At least we can say that, like, the early death wasn't, like, the time difference here. It is hard to say, though, because you might do some things differently because you took a death than if you didn't, but at least, you know, the time gap is a bit more than that gap would be.
It would have been much closer, but the result would have been the same. So as Tony is finishing up, we are joined here by LomionJones. How are you? GG, congrats, and well played.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that was a feel bad seed, I gotta say. Like, I feel like I was expecting an hour, 20 minutes. Like, it just felt that slow.
The lack of beams.
Yeah, exactly.
It was such an early go mode, but such an uncomfortable go mode that, honestly, like, we were very much expecting any beam to show up much earlier than any of them did.
Yeah.
But that X-ray check that you did pulled off, or helped you pull even further ahead and solidified the leads. So
yeah, that was. Yeah, I can't even remember anything about the seed other than the lack of beams. Like, it was just that bad.
Welcome in also, tonytyoung. Big GG's to you on your finish as well, even if it was without the Kirby ship.
Thanks, GG, for Lomion.
GG.
Yeah, same story as well. Lomion did end up making some checks that you didn't make looking for a beam. I think you, Tony, you did like Mama Turtle, which I don't think Lomion did.
I got to it eventually.
Oh yeah, you did eventually.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So just pretty much kind of you were a bit ahead, it seemed, but kind of the winning play was nabbing that plasma beam at X-ray.
Yeah, I feel like it might have saved. It certainly feels like it would have saved 10 minutes if I was capable of early X-ray, because I just feel like there would have been so much less I would have to do. And I wouldn't have had to kill Batoon with P shots.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That looked painful.
Yeah, it's that fight is not fun when you forget to go farm.
Tony, tell me about the tech. Why you didn't have to pick up the reserve tank in your second time through? What's the secret?
I think I did pick up the reserve tank. You're talking about the morph ped one?
Yeah.
I picked that up after getting morph. I think I picked it up.
Yeah, but you have to pick up the item that's there.
Oh!
Otherwise the planet won't wake up. But when you died, you didn't have to. You just went straight from Morph Ball, and it worked. I was like, no.
I totally forgot that was a thing.
Wow, that's fascinating. I may have to test that or mess with that in the seed afterwards.
Yeah. I have a theory that I talked about, but I don't know if it's true or not. It's just a theory, so go test that for us, Lomion. My theory was that because it's area rando and does the weird rolling saves, that it did that starting ship save thing.
Yeah, like it was there. Okay.
I'm really trying to make it make sense, but just a theory. Yeah. Tony, you also checked some entrances that you knew where they went already.
Yeah, my bad.
Please apologize to the people.
So I'm using a tracker, but it doesn't help if I don't look at it. So yeah, I remember I did Ellen escape, and I guess I can open up where that went to. But Ellen escape went to like the bottom of criteria, or the right side, whatever you want to call that, where the crabs are. I knew that, and then I also decided to go all the way through Amphitheater and Gravitron to check the lava dive entrance, which was near the Kegos in criteria as well. Like, those were both checks in criteria that I just ignored.
Yeah, and I thought you were just gonna kind of take that path to get you back to Red Tower or wherever it was you wanted to go, and I thought that would have been fine. But yeah, I guess we as we predicted, as McTimothy predicted, we weren't gonna see that blue Brinstar entrance ever again.
Yeah, I saw there's a way to Business Center and Red Tower from criteria, but I just didn't want to do that.
Fair enough, I suppose. So you guys ended up taking pretty much the same route. There was a point early on where you had the option of Upper Norfair, Meridia, or Wrecked Ship. All of that was open, and you had Gravity Suit. And both of you decided to do Upper Norfair.
Yeah.
So it was...
I just felt like there was so much like leading through there. Like, if I had to, I was gonna check all those entrances anyway, so I might as well grab the items as well.
Did either of you think, when you found the Various suit, did either of you expect that your opponent did something else, given that you had those three options?
I was definitely hoping that Lomion would have done Wreck Ship, but it sounds like we just took the same route.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I felt like, I don't know, but it felt like it was really pointing to Upper Norfair for me. I don't know why. So I was really just wondering about, where the beams are, who found the beams.
Yeah, I like doing Upper Norfair here, because even if I do Wreck Ship, I could find the other entrance to Wreck Ship somewhere else.
Or so you thought.
So I thought. It turns out it was G4. But yeah, there were 3 more majors on the right side of Bubble Mountain, and there were I think there are 3 entrances that way too. So it made sense for me. After I think I picked up an E-tank somewhere in Business Center, so it made sense to just check the rest of the majors and hopefully find another entrance. Because at the point where we find Wreck Ship, that's only one boss that we can clear. So finding like a Kraid or even Dragon with the gravity suit, I think it made sense to. It makes sense to put off Wreck Ship, but if there isn't Wreck Ship, then that's just the play. I mean, it's hard to tell with these randomizers.
In comms, we both admitted that both of us would have lost to either of you in this seed because we both would have done Wreck Ship and full cleared it looking for Varia and not found it.
Hey, we would have had Spazer and Ice, though.
We would have.
So who's the real winner here?
Yeah.
I could Ice Shield my life away. It might not have been that bad, to be honest.
And knowing now that
you would have had to do the double back through it though, which would have felt bad.
That's true. It is. Wreck Ship is the least bad of the double back throughs. As far as like LN and then the other side of East Meridia, those are pretty long backtracks.
Yeah, just for that reason alone, I was pretty happy with the map. It was just like it sucks to last location Turian, but at least it didn't end up having to reset out of back of East Meridia check.
I'm curious, when did you find Kraid?
Let's see, Kraid pretty soon after. I think that was after I did the Bubble Mountain checks. Or was that the first thing I did? I don't remember. No, it was the first thing I did after clearing Business Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I had two entrances left at some point. It was either Kraid or G4 at Croc Entry and Wreck Ship, and I chose to do the Croc Entry one first because if that was G4, it's just quicker to get back to Wreck Ship and then. Well, I don't know. I have to go through Wreck Ship anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I commit to checking, like the ocean entrance, then that's like a whole double back that I don't want to do.
Right.
But yeah, even if I found Kraid earlier, I feel like I don't rush. Maybe I rush Wreck Ship and check the back, but I probably still check all the entrances on the way before getting back to Wreck Ship.
Yeah, and you had Green Brinstar there also in Upper Norfair, so
yeah,
it's just a lot pulling you away from it, I thought.
Yeah, I took the Green Brin first and just never came back until after beating Ridley.
Yeah.
It was kind of a theme of this race that they have some options and they're both going this way. Well, now they have some options here. They could both go the same way again. All right.
Yeah, with the early death, I needed Lomion not to do speed. I needed him to check Wreck Ship and get lost. And then it turns out I was the one getting lost. So it was not a good look.
Yeah, I did a practice seed today and took a death at the very beginning there, so I got it out of my system.
The worst part is I died to a pirate instead of the Sidehoppers.
Oh, really?
It was hilarious, Lomion. You gotta watch it back.
I will,
It's hysterical.
So I usually
just roll out of there with 19 health and then just, yeah.
Yeah, I usually shoot the first pirate and jump, and then I decided, well, I'm going to be safe and stay where I'm at and shoot up. And then my shot didn't go off, and I died.
No.
Oh, it was so good. It was so many things led up to that point, and it was great. It was amazing.
Even with that early death, it was less than a 5-minute difference in finish time, which is, for a randomizer, especially a full area randomizer, that's pretty good. So I think you can both say you ran a good race, played very well.
Well, after I won by 3 seconds last week, so this is a big change of pace.
Yeah, and it was much closer throughout the race. Just the plasma just helped you make that big of a gap, but it was a really great race all the way through.
All right. I don't think I have anything else to ask. Bunny, you want to ask anything else?
I don't. Anything that either of you runners would like to say?
Just
before we go?
GG, thanks for commenting and tracking and hosting.
Yep, GG is Lomion. Thanks, Bunny McTimothy, for calming, and thanks to who's our tracker? Incompetent Perfectionist. Thank you so much.
Yes. Huge thank you to our tracker. And thank you, McTimothy, for commentating with me tonight. I had a lot of fun.
Me too. We got to do this again sometime.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting this and finding a channel to put it on at the last possible minute. That we did run into a problem where the previous Pokemon race was going on a little longer than they expected. So, very much appreciated to the SpeedGaming staff for that. Thanks to the runners. I've put the links in the chat. If you're not already following them, do so now. As you can see, they're great. High-level gameplay from both. Lots of fun strats that you don't get to see every day. And self-promo time. If you don't mind, you could even follow me and Polar Bear Bunny and Incompetent Perfectionist. We all have our own Twitch channels.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that either until just now.
I have a Twitch channel. All three of us also runners in this fabulous tournament.
It's true. So you'll see us, maybe even on the screen running at some point soon.
Yeah, and speaking of, I believe there should still be a race going on SpeedGaming 2 right now. Iron Rusty versus Bressingham. And then later tonight or early this morning, however you want to look at it, 12:40 a.m. Slow Guy versus Owl on SpeedGaming main. So hopefully we'll catch you there. If you want to close this out, McTimothy.
Sure thing. Thanks again to everybody, the runners, the staff, SpeedGaming, the volunteers, the organizers of this tournament. Y'all are amazing. And thanks everybody for watching. This has been the Super Metroid 2022 multi-category randomizer tournament. Well, one match in it anyway. Much more to come. We will see you all next mission.